Alright, we're going to be looking at a time lapse of panel 2 of page 5 from G-Raver, the upcoming graphic novel from Broken Icon Comics. What you're looking at is the finished panel. I decided to throw this on here because I don't spend much time on it at the end. But here we go. I always start with a rough layer. As you can see, that's what I'm tracing over. Since I do everything digitally, my rough layer is essentially what I guess would be other people's pencils or blues. That's where I set up most of my volumes, and as you can see, I've already done my perspective lines for the pews in this church scene. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of going over, refining these lines that I do in my roughs. I use a lot of the tools available to me in Photoshop to make my straight lines and everything. Figure why not use them. Though you will watch me go and trace over some of these lines if I feel like something, especially that's made out of wood or organic surfaces, I will go over my straight edges with freehand just to kind of rough them up a little bit and make them look a little bit more organic. I jump all over the place here, kind of once I get my big boxes roughed in and all my main volumes filled up. I go back and start doing details. Here I'm laying in the perspectives for the crosses on the pews and everything. A lot of times you'll see me move back and forth between my roughs and my lines depending on if I need to add more detail underneath or if there's something else I need to throw on there. You'll also see I jump around a lot. I'll switch from pews to G-Raver, back and forth, switch to the floor, back again. A long time ago I started moving around a page a lot, especially within panels, so I don't get stuck working on one thing at a time. I find it keeps everything a little bit more fresh, keeps me moving along. Some perspective lines for the floorboards. You could see a few seconds ago there I started off with some bad ones and had to erase them and redo them. Here we're filling in some details. Most of the big lines are roughed in, so just kind of filling up some stuff here using the old first grade trick of just kind of using a bunch of scribbly lines to fill in some interesting detail there. Yeah, here we're just doing some fine work, adding some wood grain and nicks and scratches in. These pews are well worn. And then blackening up some lines, doing some line weights. Here we're going to start laying in some shadows. I like to just do those right over my inks. Just drop them in, that way I really can decide where the light's coming from. Being as I color most of my own work, I don't usually have to worry about it, but I still treat everything as if I'm going to pass it off to a colorist. So I really enjoy putting shadows in and trying to make the line art look as dynamic as possible. Alright, here we've got the mighty Goji, the monster he's fighting, is kicking him right in the face. And since he's not revealed yet, he's still in shadow, so I decided to go ahead and just drop out all the lines that I had done and draw him right over it. And there we are, the finished panel. As you can see, I didn't do anything too crazy or fancy, but it was an interesting look at some of my process there in creating G-Raver. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.